Hello. How would you like to learn about the things that light up the night sky on the 4th of July? Well, too bad if you don't, because I'm going to anyways. These things are called fireworks, and they have a bunch of science behind them to make them work. The firework has a few main parts that allow it to launch up and explode in the sky. The first piece that is required is the propulsion system. A common method to do this is using black powder located near the bottom of the firework. There's then a fuse that ignites this black powder and starts the propulsion into the sky. The fuse then keeps burning towards the next piece of the firework, where the explosion of color happens. This fuse is long enough to allow the firework to reach its peak in the trajectory. Once the fuse reaches the explosion bit, as we will call it, it ignites a burst charge. This charge is what shoots the stars outwards and burns hot enough to ignite the stars. Now you may be asking, what are these so-called stars and how do they work? Well, these stars are just small balls made up of certain elements that, when burnt, produce a specific color. This happens because they emit a very specific wavelength that is on the visible spectrum when they burn hot enough. This light hits the cones that detect color within our eyes, and then these cones send an electrical message to the brain. These messages are then interpreted, and the brain then tells the eye what it is seeing. Each element has a very narrow emission line, allowing us to predict what color the human eye will see. For example, sodium emits a yellow glow because it has a narrow emission line at 588 and 589 nanometers. This specific wavelength, when entering the eyes, activates both the red and green cones at the same time. The brain then sees that both the red and green cones have been activated and interprets it as yellow light. This is then taken into account when fireworks are made. They take these elements and put them into stars, which creates vibrant colors that we see in the sky. Now, enough talking. Let's watch some homemade fireworks.